are you doing?
Nothing, just opened my Tinder account.
You started Tinder? How come?
I feel like it's easier. I feel like I'm not meeting anyone in real life.
But life nowadays has become so mediatized. Don't you want to meet someone the old-fashioned way?
What is mediatization?
It basically talks about how media we're becoming influenced by and more dependent every day.
Oh, so it's like media life where we find traces of media every day?
Yeah.
Maybe we should investigate that.
We're gonna go around on campus and ask people what their thoughts are on different dating apps.
Are you guys on any dating apps?
No, I'm not.
No, I have not.
Yes, let's get exploring.
Like that, we will be investigating if relationships have become more mediatized and the impact it has on society. We will be doing this through
3 concepts.
Our first concept is liquid modernity, which is coined by Bauman. It addresses the changes brought by technology regarding dating and romance in a pessimistic way. It considers the security once accommodated by lifelong partnerships that are now seen as liquefied, where people see romance and dating as a game. A form of entertainment fostering an environment which makes partners easily replaceable with today's mediatized world.
Our next concept is the concept of pure relationships introduced by Gideon. Relationships are now based on mutual satisfaction and not only on traditions that love is more fluid and not actually like permanent.
Moving on to our last and final concept, which is the mediatization of relationships. So programmability falls under social media logic, and it should be focused on the ability of institutions to manipulate content and give the audience to experience like a flow where a platform like Tinder match people based on shared interests and steer people's creative communication. And this includes the idea of self-branding and commodification.
In your opinion, do you think technology and social media have changed how people approach dating and relationships? If so, in what ways?
For sure, I think it has changed. People don't take relationships just in general that seriously anymore. I just found it as a entertainment, right? Like as a game.
Petra was talking about less serious relationship, emphasizing Bauman's idea of liquid modernity. This emphasizes the fragility of bonds where commitment is seen as burdensome and is avoided. It's also outlined how dating apps are now gamified, which makes dating online more fluid and less important, which reflects how the mediatization of relationships influences the loss of importance.
Do you think like dating culture has changed from the past in terms of like tradition and like societal expectations?
Definitely has. Like it's more about like these short-term perspectives and more like, even if we look at the Instagram profiles, it's more about like the people give themselves not that as they are in real life, right?
Yeah,
it's more about
true.
like catfishing and stuff. My opinion, if you're really like into online dating, it's more about hookup.
The distance is like getting longer or like further away.
From this interview, we could see that dating has in fact evolved from the guys say, from the traditional way of just walking up to people and asking them out on a date, for example, to online dating apps. This shift has also brought us new challenges, like for example, the catfishing. And therefore we can see that the idea of pure love is less and less profound, but people can still find real love on dating apps.
Do you think algorithms can create the perfect match for you, especially when it comes to dating apps?
I think so.
Honestly, yeah.
I think it can get close when it comes to preferences and activities as well. Initial preferences, I think it helps algorithms.
Like very like quick thing, and it's really not my type of.
Like people nowadays curate themselves the way they want to be perceived, and so the way that they show themselves on social media or on any online platform, I think they want a certain kind of person too, and if they can choose their profile, choose the pictures they put, choose the interests they put, algorithm honestly would work better than just going up to a random person.
So as you can see, this interview highlighted the concept of programmability because, for example, Thomas stated that the algorithms within dating apps highlights the concept of how they match people based on their similar interests. And he said this can be an easier way to meet people because it filters people out. However, Elisa, she gave us a different perspective on programmability because she said you can build a real deep connection as you already have similar interests. So it shows the idea of compatibility. So this moves on to the idea of catfishing because this is a limitation on programmability because it can't ensure authenticity.
In conclusion, due to media life, we can see how relationships have become more mediatized, resulting in the unserious of relationships, short-term benefits, but also how algorithms can expand our preferences and potentially finding pure love. However, it should be considered that the mediatization of relationships is altering people's perspectives on love in general, and this should be accounted for and further researched in the future.
Well done.